WWE 2K15 main event is live here on Twitch. And two giants of the ring, Big Show and Mark Henry, are going to clash. We are live from Boston, Massachusetts, as this Last Man Standing series continues with match number 2. And here comes the massive authority member, the Big Show, making his way to the ring. Hasn't had a lot of luck in the first match of this Last Man Standing series. Mark Henry picked up the victory, and now match 2 kicks off here on Main Event. And of course, the massive Mark Henry has also earned a spot in the WWE No. 1 Contender Tournament. We'll fill out another spot here on Main Event, and there'll be another match on SmackDown. Right now, these two massive monsters are going to absolutely beat the crap out of each other to see who will be the last man standing. And can the world's strongest man remain on his path of destruction and induct the Big Show into the Hall of Pain? We'll have to see right here. Now, of course, Mark Henry and the Big Show both defeated Andre the Giant in their respective series against the 8th Wonder of the World. But it was Mark Henry's vicious destruction of Andre the Giant that earned him his spot in the No. 1 Contender Tournament. We haven't seen Andre since. And within that match that Mark Henry took out Andre, he delivered 7 DDTs to Andre the Giant, many of those in succession. And we haven't seen the 8th Wonder since. So this is a battle of the men who beat Andre, and so far, Mark Henry is winning that battle. And here we go with the bell. And Mark Henry comes out strong. Look at this. Terrifying strength of Mark Henry to just scoop up the Big Show like that. And look at that, just elevates Big Show into the air. And Mark Henry drops down with all his weight, a huge splash. And Mark Henry in the driver's seat thus far, but look at the Big Show. Will not be outdone. Gorilla pressing the massive Mark Henry and dropping him all the way to the mat. My goodness. And there's a big left hand. The only thing more devastating than the left hand is Big Show's knockout shot right hand. And Henry now into the corner. Ridiculous earth-quaking back body drop by the Big Show. And now Big Show raining down those hand-hawk right hands to the head of Mark Henry. And Mark Henry just uses his size to bowl over the Big Show. And that was a good idea by Big Show to start working on the leg, but Mark Henry still too strong. Launches Big Show in the air again. 1996 Olympian Mark Henry has been a man of great strength for many years. And look at this, once again, just a huge power slam to the Big Show. And that's the problem for both of these guys. How do you keep a giant down for a count of 10? It takes a lot of devastation. But right now, Big Show in bad shape here. Now, Big Show been doing good, had a good run on Raw, picking up the victory with Triple H and Bray Wyatt. Trying to finish out things with Mark Henry here. It's not going too well. Another huge splash, death from above, from the big man, Mark Henry. And Big Show down on the mat now, but the referee doesn't get very far before Show is back up, and Show absolutely indents Mark Henry's face with a super kick. Now look at Big Show feeling confident here. Until the Big Show runs back in. And there's that JY running headbutt after the big body slam. Putting that thumping on the Big Show. And Show slow to make his way back to his feet here. but he answers the count before 10. Now Mark Henry takes him in the corner. And a short clothesline. And Big Show's head hits hard on the mat. Mark Henry, world's strongest slam, takes Big Show down to the canvas. And will this be it for the world? Oh no, the world's largest athlete makes his way back to his feet. And now it's Mark Henry who's down at the hands of the Big Show. And Mark Henry quickly back to his feet as soon as he can. I thought that might have been it for the world's strongest man, but he's still got a lot of fight left in him. And Big Show's got that knockout shot lined up, and there it is. And this could very well be it for Mark Henry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And oh my God, Mark Henry makes his way back to his feet after the Big Show's knockout punch. And now he breaks Big Show in two with the backbreaker. And now it's Big Show who's on the canvas, but only gets to a 1 count. And Mark Henry, oh, slingshots Big Show right off the rope. Could this be it for Mark Henry? Is this the end of Big Show? Is that the force of his own neck hitting the rope enough? No, it's still not enough. Big Show makes it to his feet. And Big Show with a right hand lifts Henry up. No, Henry reverses. Backbreaker again. But Mark Henry not going to wait. Brings Big Show back to his feet. And he's going for that thump one more time. There it is, right to the rib cage. And Big Show's body is so sore. Will this be the end of the Big Show in the second of the last man standing matches? If Mark Henry wins this, this would be the end of the series. Mark Henry would go 2 straight victories over Big Show in last man standing matches. And that is it. Mark Henry has ended this series emphatically over the Big Show. Let's take a look at the highlights. There's the knockout punch. Didn't keep Henry down. Did not keep Mark Henry down. And after the thump, here we see the final counts that put Big Show out of business. And Mark Henry is just physically exhausted. But he has defeated the Big Show in this last man standing series. And proven himself to be potentially the most dominant giant of all time. And now, interesting events coming out of last week's main event. As a new team is formed, Rybaxel has disbanded, and a new team has risen from the ashes. As we've seen, we got a little preview of this last week. Batista and Curtis Axel have formed an alliance, and they jumped Goldust and Cody Rhodes before their matchup last week. And very surprised by this pairing, and they like to call themselves the Megastars. See, Curtis Axel and Batista changed up his looks. Of course, Batista, the new United States champion, defeated Seth Rollins at Survivor Series, finally putting an end to the Rollins gauntlet. And as you can see, he's sporting the red, white, and blue to represent his new championship victory. And Curtis Axel mixing it up with the red and silver. Just, changing things up a little bit. And to show that these two truly are the megastars. And will this new team be able to stop Goldust and Cody Rhodes? We'll find out right here tonight on Main Event. And of course, Goldust and Cody Rhodes, although they were victorious last week, have been having a hard time. Haven't been able to get that tag team title shot they've been wanting to get. And this will go a long way. They're victorious last week, even though Cody Rhodes was eliminated in the tag team match. But a big victory over the new United States champion and the newly formed team of the Megastars would certainly put them very close in the running for another tag team championship matchup. Of course, Cesaro and Kid became the new #1 contenders for the tag team titles. They'll be having their run-ins with the Shield. After Ryback came up short at Survivor Series. And depending on what happens here, we'll see what happens with these two teams. See who moves up next in the contenders ladder. And look at this, Axel and Batista are all pumped up for this one. And here we go. Batista with the spine buster to Goldust. And look at this, already into the cover. No, kicks out at 2. And there's a hard shot to the gut of Batista. And Goldust fighting back here. And a pendulum backbreaker to the animal. And now a hard stomp to the chest. And Goldust now almost insulted that Batista would try to end the match so early, fighting back. And look at that big back body drop. And now trying to force Goldust to submit. I mean, he already took a pretty damaging blow getting that spine buster so early on. Goldust changed his mind. He wanted to tag Cody very badly, but Batista caught him. And Batista scoops up Goldust. And look at this, shades of the old Ryback using the off-the-shoulders neckbreaker. And into the cover now for Axel. Oh, and very close. Oh, and there's Axel's spinning neckbreaker. Into the cover now. And Cody Rhodes breaks it up. And he's got Goldust in the ropes. But Goldust recovers in time. Shoots Curtis Axel into the corner. Atomic drop. And Cody Rhodes looking for the tag desperately. Kicking the gut by Goldust. And there's that classic Goldust uppercut. It sends Curtis Axel reeling. And there's the there's the tag Cody was looking for. And Rhodes and Axel now. We got the Sons of Legends in there right now. Of course, Cody Rhodes' famous father, Dusty. And Curtis Axel's father, of course, Mr. Perfect. A couple of hard punches from Cody and a nice suplex puts Curtis Axel down. And Cody off the ropes. Knee drop to Curtis Axel. And Axel pushes him away, trying to create a little space. Blocks the punch. But Rhodes gets him back in the Brotherhood's corner. And look at this, Axel turns it around. And a short arm clothesline. And Rhodes hits the corner card, but reverses whatever Axel had up his sleeve. And look at this. Hammerlock body slam. Going to work on that arm. And Rhodes now, one of his signature maneuvers, the Alabama Slam. Shades of Hardcore Holly, but I think he's too close to the Megastar corner. And Batista just drops the axe handle right into the spine. Well, the Megastars had the advantage right off the bat, but now Cody and Goldust are going right back to work, and there's their tag finisher, the suplex and the spear combination. But Batista's still back in to break it up. And the pump handle by Batista. What a devastating impact to the spine of Goldust. And what a great setup. Batista hit the pump handle slam, and Curtis Axel's ready to hit the axe grinder on Goldust. Oh, but he changed his mind. Very surprised. It looked like Curtis Axel was waiting on that. But here we go again. This time Batista. Batista hits the neck breaker off the shoulders. And into the cover now. One. And this time Cody Rhodes in to break up the pin. Ooh, a hard knee right up the side of the head of Goldust. And a huge backbreaker to Batista. Is Batista not done with Goldust? But Goldust is the hard shot. And look at this. Look at this, Goldust. Goldust is abandoning Cody Rhodes here on Main Event. This is a shocking turn of events. We had heard there had been problems between the two, but I guess the rumors were true, as Batista just cuts down Rhodes with the spear for the cover, the count, and the victory. And the team of the Megastars kicks off with a huge victory as they put down Goldust and Cody Rhodes. Let's take a look at the highlights here. Huge spear by Batista puts Cody on his back for the cover, the count, and the victory. What a disgusting display of a turn of events here as Goldust leaves his brother high and dry against two of the top superstars, the new United States Champion Batista and the very capable former Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel. And look at this now. A brutal chair attack on Cody Rhodes after. Who knows how long he's going to be out after such an assault. What a disgusting display by these two. What a horrible night for Cody Rhodes. This is a terrible turn of events. Well, we'll turn things to the main event, and we'll hopefully have an update on Cody Rhodes sometime tonight by SmackDown. But what a terrible turn of events. Not only abandoned by his brother Goldust, but then beaten down with steel chairs by Curtis Axel and Batista. But we gotta move on, and now it's time for our steel cage main event. It was Diamond Dallas Page who came out and sent Chris Jericho flying head first into the steps in Jericho's first match against Bryan in a submission series. That happened right here on Main Event a few weeks ago. And now, Jericho and DDP will meet inside the steel cage with the winner getting a spot in the WWE #1 contender 8-man tournament. Can DDP put the Diamond Cutter into use, or will Y2J break the code and leave DDP laying in the middle of the ring? We'll find out next. And here comes Y2J, Chris Jericho. He was the man left laying by DDP, ended up costing Jericho his first match in the Submission Series versus Daniel Bryan. And tonight, Jericho is out for revenge. And out for success, as one of these men will get a highly valued spot in the WWE #1 Contender Tournament. And the winner of this match will face the monster Ryback in the tournament. That should be a hell of a matchup no matter who wins. Superstars who have already qualified for this tournament goes as follows. The Undertaker and Kane qualified with their dominant tag team championship run from earlier this year. Mark Henry has qualified for his absolute devastation of Andre the Giant. The big guy, Ryback, has qualified by defeating both Ambrose and Reigns, the current tag team champions, in one-on-one matches over the past month. And we'll find out the next person who qualifies in this match. And then this month we have Macho Man and Edge fighting for a spot on Raw. And we have Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio fighting for a spot on SmackDown. And the final free spot that will be instantly filled will be on SmackDown as Randy Orton goes one-on-one with Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And there's the bell for our steel cage main event as these men lock up. And a little chain wrestle in here before things get ugly inside the steel cage. And there's a nice arm drag by Jericho into the side headlock. DDP gets out of it into a headlock of his own. And a takeover. Now, of course, these two originally had bad blood, as the Living Legends, the team of Booker T and Chris Jericho, had a lengthy feud with Sting and Diamond Dallas Page over on SmackDown. And spinning out of that feud is this confrontation between Jericho and DDP. DDP, not happy with the way things went down, came out, cost Jericho his match against Bryan. But that series still continues, so these two had to settle things, and the best way to settle it, let's throw it inside a steel cage. And what a backbreaker by Jericho. Of course, you gotta be looking for the balls of Jericho on Diamond Dallas Page. And DDP, look at that. Neckbreaker position, and then brings the head and neck right down across the knee. What a disturbing maneuver. But Jericho pretty tough, looking to survive it, and even gets DDP up and over with the vertical suplex. And Jericho floats over, neckbreaker of his own. And a jumping jawbreaker by DDP. DDP really doing a great job setting up Jericho for the Diamond Cutter so far. Focusing his attack on the face, head, and neck of Chris Jericho will surely give him an advantage later on in the matchup. Jericho shot into the ropes. And there's the side salto. Classic DDP offense. And now the point of the elbow is right into the collarbone of Y2J. And shades of Dusty Rhodes with the elbow drop there by DDP. And Jericho would love to get revenge for that interference. But right now, DDP is just in control of this one. And there's another neckbreaker across the knee. DDP absolutely bringing his A game to this matchup. And a hard kick right to the leg. Gonna be hard to climb with a hurt leg. And there's Jericho with a running bulldog. And that is certainly a classic Jericho offense. We normally see the lion salt follow that up, but I think Jericho's just trying to create some space so he can start his assault in on DDP. And there you go, there's a nice drop kick right into the rib cage, causing DDP's head to bounce off the mat. And Jericho powers DDP over again. Now look at this classic Jericho with these arrogant kicks right to the face. Gets DDP back to his feet. Oh, and takes him face first into the mat by the arm. And look at this, Jericho key locks the arm. Oh, and he just falls back, wrenching the arm into the bottom position. That would be similar effects to the Kimura lock utilized by Brock Lesnar, only in one foul swoop, in one swift maneuver. But thankfully it looks like DDP's arm is not broken, but it can't be feeling that good either. And Jericho relentless with the drop kick, shoots DDP down to the mat again. Oh, and Jericho now a hard kick, more setup for the walls of Jericho. But I think Jericho would be smarter to snap off a code breaker and escape the cage than try to, use the walls of Jericho to soften up DDP. I think DDP would answer any climbing of the cage after the walls of Jericho. He wouldn't be able to follow Jericho so quickly after he ate a code breaker. And it might be a moot point because DDP is firmly back in control of this steel cage matchup here on Main Event. I'm, of course, your host, PW's Phil. I thank you guys for tuning in, or if you're watching on YouTube after the fact. If you like what you see, please subscribe. The more the merrier. I'm happy to have you guys. I'm happy to put on these great matches for all of us to enjoy. And DDP picking up on the offense again, this time with a shoulder breaker to Jericho, and now the elbow right into the vertebrae of Y2J. Oh, and again, ruthless action by DDP. Oh, and a hard knees to the body and one to the head. And Jericho's head has got to be killing him at this point. DDP has been non-stop offense to the skull and the spine of Jericho. And Jericho gets a DDT and trying to escape. Trying to get it all done in one foul swoop here. And look at Jericho making time up that cage. But it's too late. Too late for DDP. Chris Jericho escapes the cage. And Chris Jericho gets revenge on DDP and takes a spot in the #1 Contenders tournament. So we have our first confirmed matchup for the #1 Contenders tournament, as Chris Jericho will take on the big guy, Ryback. And as soon as we have multiple matches in the series filled, we'll see whether we do the tournament in one night or spread it out over time. Scheduling hasn't exactly been worked out yet, but what has been worked out is that Y2J has escaped the cage and claimed his spot in the #1 Contenders tournament, and DDP, as Batista would say, is just gonna have to deal with it. I thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in to Twitch. The channel name is PWS Phil. Every Monday for Raw, every Wednesday for Main Event, and every Friday for WWE SmackDown. And of course, when it's time for a pay-per-view, they'll be held on a Saturday. I thank you guys for watching. I am your host. Don't forget, this Friday on SmackDown, Orton and Michaels for a spot in the tournament. Live, right here on Twitch. Thanks for watching, everybody.